What are you doing, Cat? Still says we're offline. That's not good. And 9% CPU. Okay, this says we're online. Yep, it says we're online as well. Okay, I'm just don't believe my tools. And assume we're online. So OBS is wrong. Okay. But it looks like everything's good. And we should just start streaming. Where's OBS? Still want to see the window. Okay. What are you doing? Psst. Cat. I don't know either. All right, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. My name's Arcagus. This is another episode of Oxygen Not Included. Really been looking forward to getting back to this game. Wanted to stream over the weekend, but we had kind of a busy weekend. We were either up and out and about or sleeping in because we were just doing so much the days before. So really didn't get a chance to stream. But I'm back now, normal time. A little late. Not too late, but a little late. Because of breakfast drama. But that's neither here nor there. I got my breakfast. I'm fine. So let's jump back into it. Let's slow down time here for a second. Okay. Right, so when we left off, we had sealed off this area and were claiming the zombie spores from this area by rounding them up and sending them into this machine. Very slowly, because there are only traces of zombie spores that have escaped so far. When we made this block, we accidentally opened this area to the outside room, and that's how we ended up with zombie spores out here. But it was only like 1 million spores. There's still like 4 or 5 million in here. Still more than 4 million in here. There were 5 million in here before. And we want all of those. We need all of those to just populate one biobot, which I still don't know what an icky, what is it called? What does it say? A icky yet effective biobot is. But that's what we're going to find out. I think it's this thing plus this thing. And this is basically a container for it, and it is intelligent and will move around and perform actions based on, your dupe commands. And then we've got our one little rocket here. We are about to start building another. But right now, we're really trying to... Okay, we broke 30, minus 30C. So this is starting to show more... more increase in temperature. Let's add another temp shift plate right here. And these are all tied on the same automation unit, right? Yeah. Okay, so if this ever gets too high, this will turn off those heaters, and we don't have to worry about coming back and checking on anything. All right. So let's get back to work. In today's episode, what I'd really like to do is clean up our gas reclamation. We have a lot of these standstills, which is not good. So this, okay, this is the carbon dioxide coming out to feed our rocket, and that's fine. So we have logic on this that limits it to 2%, which is still 2000 K. That should be more than enough to have a reservoir available for our rocket. Okay, this is full. Does that mean this thing is still on? Because this is... I didn't mean to leave that on. Yeah, didn't mean to leave that on. And there's still carbon dioxide in there because they keep coming in here to use the bathroom, which I don't understand. There's got to be something seriously wrong with my other bathrooms for them to come all the way up here to use the one in the rocket, where they have to go outside into the freezing cold of space just to get in the rocket. But that's what they're doing. Oh, we got this built. Okay. So this thing is going to have dedicated power coming from this. So once that's up and running, we should be able to produce some glass, which we need just a little bit of glass for something. So we're just going to produce... Let's produce 20. We're already up to 18 degrees C in this area. And 30 degrees C inside. So we're not doing much to cool this anymore. Okay. We do want to clear this out as well. We could probably break this seal, allow this atmosphere to bleed in here. Yep. 9 kilograms versus our 2 kilograms here. It'll produce a flow. And these purifiers, these deodorizers, will clean the air as it comes through, changing it back into oxygen, which will start to kill off the slime lung in here. Similar to what happened here, this door wasn't always closed. This wasn't always a metal tile. This was vent for a while. And so when we opened this up, that's kind of what happened here. Eventually we're going to have to claim all of this. All right. All of this has been discovered, it looks like. Yeah. I haven't seen a vacillator recharge in a while. Like, and this entire playthrough, I haven't seen a vacillator recharge come up. So I'm not sure if that's still a thing or if it's going to be a thing. Okay, we need to dig here. Yep. Why are these guys getting no power? $80.40. This is filling up rather slowly. We've got 2,000 coming out here, and this is producing 1,600. Okay. And we're up to 14 tons. So we're still making more natural gas than we're using. So maybe we can afford one more natural gas generator to push us over the 2,000 for this draw. Because right now we're still not producing enough energy from this to keep this battery in reserve. We're spending everything that's coming out of here now. For the refined carbon generators, these are $14.40 each. And they're each independently controlled. So they're each feeding a battery, and that battery is drawing out, but only 1,000 watts per battery. So they're producing more than the batteries can spend. So we're fine with each of those. We've started claiming ethanol. And we've got about 51 tons. So we should be fine to start producing power with ethanol. That's with a petroleum generator. Converts petroleum, ethanol, or biodiesel into electric power. We can probably put it right up here. So let's put in some airflow tiles. Let's speed that up some. Petroleum generator will sit here. Our producer trunk line is here. So it'll just run into this from its transformer. How much power does a petroleum generator produce? Right at 2,000 kilowatts. Or 2 kilowatts, I should say. And we're probably going to want to make it out of copper or gold. I don't think it'll be so hot that we need steel. We still got way more gold than copper, but we got plenty of copper to work with. So we'll go ahead and use copper. All right, so it's going to go here. We're going to have this gap. Let's fill this in first. I don't want to break this seal. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't want to have it. So hopefully they'll build this before they dig this out. We need to get this guy. It's a tropical. Oh, this is getting hot. I should have thought of that. Will this work? Nope. Just make that 7. Did I finish this over here? Yep. Okay. Unreachable build. Why is this unreachable? Where'd this come from? This wasn't here before. We had a door here. We took the door down. Oh yeah, we had a peat burner. I don't know what to do with this yet. So I'm just kind of setting it up to learn it, because this is a new technology for me. So it produces 480 watts. And peat comes from one particular animal that I've found so far. I don't know that you can make peat. Sunbug. Shinebug egg. Okay. There's still lots of spores down here. Well, not lots of spores, but enough to give me pause. Building broken. Broken from what? I'm going to change you to steel. Being cute. Okay, let's get this dug out pretty quick. And then they'll start using this space again. I really don't know how this happened. There used to be an insulated lock here, but I decided I didn't need it here when I already had this one here, and there was nothing happening in this corridor. I thought at one point this was going to be like a oxygen mass checkpoint back when this was the only way into this area, but then that kind of changed when we decided to come down through here for the mushroom farm. Yeah, we don't need this here anymore. And so this ended up getting sealed off, and this never materialized into an oxygen point checkpoint. Same for this. I was going to use this to create a chlorine clean room so I could claim all this. We probably still will do that. Slowly. All right, this thing has its power, but it needs an outlet for what? There's no gas. So I don't understand. It's got a valid connection. High melt risk. Why is there a high melt risk? Okay, power is fine. Actually, no, we need to set our thresholds. Okay, that'll be fine. I'd rather that be 40 than 15. This is a higher capacity system. And let's see. It's outside the sweeper's range, so we can't optimize it too much. Let's raise its priority. It's made out of sandstone. I thought I made it out of ceramic. You know what? Oh, I forgot to order the rebuild on the ethanol, the fermenter. That works. $14,009. This looks like it's dormant. No, but it's about to go dormant. And 3.5 days. This one is dormant, coming back online in 14.9 days. Okay, we've got a little bit of reserve in here now. So maybe it was just these batteries coming online, drawing a massive amount of power at once that was overloading the system. And this is all the hydrogen that we have, 12.5 tons. I mean, there's still a little bit here and there on the map, but that's all there is. There's no hydrogen production at all in this system at all, anywhere that I can find. Okay. There's no germs down here. That's good. All right, we've almost wiped out all the germs in here. So this is sand. So that means this cannot be undone. So I don't see a way to clear all this without exposing somebody to a massive amount of zombie spores. All right. I think what we need to do first is put a vacuum pump down here. I think that's our best bet. Get that done as quickly as possible. That'll speed up the purge of the spores, zombie spores in here, so we can get to this next part more easily, more quickly. We're going to set these to 9 so that they're done as soon as possible. Once we're back in this area, we're going to move these down here. Build them just outside these thresholds. What we're going to end up doing is encasing this that won't quite work, will it? So this is where the wall will be. And this is where we're going to dig. So we will build in, build down, dig this out first, and build this first block. There should be no exposure at that point. Then we'll build these into tiles, into air-sealed tiles. Dig these two out, and dig out this block, which should be sealed by this tile. Dig, build a tile here, dig out this. Move upwards, build a tile here, dig out this, build a tile here, dig out this, and then seal it. So we're going to want to seal this one as soon as possible as well. Like that. And we'll do that after we put in probably just a vacuum pump. And we'll put it here so it's kind of, no. It doesn't matter. One of these, and two of these top three will have the vacuum pump. And then we'll have a sealed door here. And that's it. All the zombie spores will either live in here or in the line running them up to the machine. And that should vastly speed up because we got 1% in one day last time. And we're still at 1%. We're over 5. Excuse me. We're over 5 million now. But it's much slower than it needs to be. Than it could be. I'll put it that way. All right. But we still want to see this get much lower before we start sending people in here, because even just with duplicates dropping in there for just a few seconds, they were getting overexposed with zombie spores. And there's these guys. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Although it might be quicker just to work on this rather than waiting for this to clean. Just need to dig out this area. Okay. Maybe I don't have to build anything over here. Whatever. I know what I can do. Put a mechanized airlock here. I guess it has to be here. No, I want it here. That'll give the pump the best access. So we can dig here, and we can dig here. Digging is always a bit different. We've got more diggers available and easier to prioritize. All right, let's get this petroleum generator started. So you'll go here. copper is fine. But let's get this digging going. Okay, so the transformer will be up here. It'll just feed into the system like that. And the battery will be just like that. And the automation. Just run like that. So that needs to open up. Okay. All right, is there any gas? Kind of lost the ability to think there for a second. So we don't even need clean rooms. If we wanted to, we could capture. Well, this comes out of steam, so we'd still need to convert it to water first. Temp down to 11 degrees. 14 degrees water. I think we can. I think I've been neglecting this. Let's just set this to 8. We should be able to do all of that without losing any fluid or gas. brush these, so I'm gonna lower the priority on their build. Okay, let's just make sure. I'm never really sure if I'm going to break a seal or not when I replace materials like this, so it shouldn't, but I want to be aware of the cases when it does break, so I want to watch it. Still says it's got a high melt risk. Let's get 20 of these done. Let's see what happens. How did we get this in here? What is this line here? Why is this here? I don't remember building that. This is the waistline, so that's polluted water. That comes down and that goes into our system. I don't know how hot this is. I kind of want to see it in action, but I'm also a little bit scared about that high melt risk. Yeah, it's so blatantly warning me about, even though I haven't even used the thing yet, and I built it according to its own specs. Okay, they still haven't done this. Is that because, yep. I just don't want people rushing down here grabbing a whole bunch of materials while this is getting built. Oh, where are you going? What are you doing? Oh. Because of the priority. Made it way too high. Priority, you be careful. Okay. Everything else should be safe. Checking on our Rocketeers. It's nighttime. They should both be going to bed. Joshua is up to 18 morale, so he's still recovering Seems like every time he goes into space, he gets in trouble. Gets in breathing trouble. It's not my intention. It just kind of happens that way. And then Ruby is over here. Our morale is 16 to 10. So both of them are still recovering from their experiences. That's not good. And all of this is offline right now too. So we definitely have some sort of overload on our overconsumption on our power line. We're consuming much more power than we're producing. We definitely want to fix that. Okay, disable by automation grid. Hopefully they'll get this done more quickly. I want to close that off too. Didn't finish. Yeah, we're really struggling to meet our power needs. Yeah, let's get this thing online more quickly. Okay. Unreachable build because of this. I'm going to deconstruct that temporarily. And we're going to dig that out. That'll allow them to construct this. And then do that. I just realized digging. They'll need that to be able to reach this. Okay. Okay, vacuum pumps online. Why dig that and not that? Why not both? There we go. Still doing gold amalgam. Am I using the right materials? No, it's copper. Yep. So it's just the airlock that's gold amalgam. Yep. I didn't realize I was doing that. Oh well. Should be fine. Should be. Well, there is already some temperature happening down here already. But it shouldn't get much higher than that. We don't have any plans to do any more digging or exposing down here. I mean, eventually we do need to unlock these, uncover these, and establish exactly what they are. We think we know what they are, but this is a level of the game that I very rarely get into. I'm usually an early to mid-game sort of guy working on optimizing those things, and I usually starve to death or run out of some resource that makes the game unbearably difficult and forces me to not quit. In my mind, I'm taking a break, moving on to something else for a while with the idea that I'm going to come back to this game, but invariably what happens is I move on to a lot of different things, and then when I come back, I don't remember anything about where we're at or what we're doing next, and I just start over with a new map. That's exactly what happened this time when I realized it had been more than a couple of years since the last time I played. All right, there was some leakage in here. Too much liquid. Okay. Need to let this finish. We're going to have a vacuum pump right here. This can just go there. We don't need this. And this. Oh, come on. There we go. I suppose I could just run it in there. Scalding where? Not here. Yeah, here. Just don't die. What are these? Oh, I don't want that all to be. There we go. Okay. The rest of this can be deprioritized. Just this part needs to be 9. Actually, that doesn't need to be 9 either. Just this part needs to be 9. And then the digging should be at least 7. Yep, okay. Ruby is still 17 and 19. Come on. Well, no, that's Joshua. Ruby doesn't have so many skill points spent. They're still prioritizing this stuff. Still 51%. Which is understandable. I mean, we're dealing with millions, and we're only moving hundreds. Overheated. Oh no. What's the temperature of this liquid coming out? It's 76 degrees. What's the temperature of this liquid? It's 46 degrees. And this environment is 44 degrees. Oxygen coming out is 45 degrees. Coming out of here. This oxygen is 30 degrees. So this is what we're going to do. Let's just do this. Okay. I want to use this to cool down over here. We already have this opened. We can just deconstruct it now. So we're going to open this. Once we have all this dug out, we're probably going to put a vent, a wall vent, no, a wall pump here. And we're going to operate it the same way we did the rocket. So this is just going to be looking for carbon dioxide. When it detects carbon dioxide, it'll turn on the pump. And the pump will send whatever it's in here out into this line. And for power, it's just going to tie into this. Because I think, yeah, 1160. Now I think before we run it into that line, we're going to set up a filter. Uh-oh. That won't work. Okay. Set up a filter to go there. Bridge here. Carbon dioxide comes out there, goes in here. Everything else comes out here, goes there. And then we'll have a deodorizer there, just in case. Okay, power's running there. But we need to bypass this, so we need a bridge. Like that. And then nope. Hit the wrong one. Okay. This will go here. Once the bridge is in place, we'll break the links to this line and we'll run it in here. It'll already be a conductive wire. So all that will be ready to go. I just need to set it to carbon dioxide when it gets built. What's the priority on all this stuff? Construction. Dang it, I need to lower that in the builder screen. Let's set it to 7 for right now. And the associated digging will be 6. Anyway, once that's done, we'll be in a better position to start culling all this stuff down. Iron ore, why are you made out of normal ore? It's just getting hotter and hotter. Maybe I shouldn't have insulated the natural gas generators. All right, this is built. Set that to carbon dioxide. All right. It looks like the line's in place. We can break the connection. Just waiting for you to get built. And we still need all this done too before it'll do anything. I think my priorities are still off up here. No. I think it's just focused on this because it's more approximate than this stuff. Actually, all this is done now, so we can build that. It probably needs to be 9 just to get it done down here quicker. Oh no, they're on their way. I'm gonna go ahead and get this digging done too. Really, we can dig out all of that. See if they can reach that. Okay. There's some spores out here because of the contamination out here. So we will build that. Okay, now we can dig out that. I don't like that it resets the digging priority. We set it at 8. Digging priority every time you start a new dig. We're going to set automation on this door to come out here to a switch. And we're going to make sure we know the position of the switch before we build it. We don't want that door to open prematurely. I want the dupes out of the area before I flip that switch. There we go. Yeah, the switch is flipped. I want it off. There we go. Now, just to test, we're going to go ahead and connect the automation wire. Looks good. Flip it. Okay. Oh, jeez. That let so many out. All right, let's shut this down. No dupes. Down here for a while. Let this clear. Oh, so many. That should speed up the BioBot maker, though. How you doing? Still 51%, but... Well, it'll be a while before the new surge will show up. Still 2. Okay. At some point, I should start getting some more dupes. Is this the guy that produces the peat? It's tempting. Flux Fawn. I'm not sure what fluxes are. What happened to like the spark plug guys? Aren't there like spark slugs or something like that? Let's see what sort of blueprints we've unlocked. Just got 2 right now. Elegant retro wall pot. And finally, the mush bar glitter. I think that's a happiness thing. Oh, geez, both of these are down. I dropped a Paku egg. Okay, this is back under control quite a bit. Still a lot, it seems. 2,000 up here. But there's no more exposure. I just can't send the dupes down there to finish the build. I should have tested that. I didn't expect that many spores to spread so quickly. But I should have thought about that. The pressure in here is significantly greater than the pressure out here. It would have pushed a considerable percentage through. But we're still fine. We've minimized exposure. Okay, and it looks like we're ready here. So we just need to set this to carbon dioxide. Oh, crap. Make that connection for now. See if we can get it filled with sand before we bring it back online. What happened? She was on top of that. How did she get up there? Hmm. Okay. here, the surroundings are toasty because of this. $90.10. Oh, I built the liquid bridge wrong. All right, once that gets built, what's happening here? I never ran the power. I never ran the power. All right. Okay. Some polluted air has come through, and it's already been cleaned. This was already here, I'm sure. I didn't actually check before, but I'm assuming. All right, still in the thousands over here, but most of it's already gone. Thanks to these two systems, there's now 2 vacuum pumps in here. Granted, they're at opposite ends of the spectrum. Everything's going to be pushed to the middle because of that, but it's still much faster than normal pumps. This guy's all glittering. They still haven't pulled this out. Are these doors sealed? They are. Temperature's going up. The gas pressure is up because of the water. If I can offset this water well enough, which one tile should be able to do it. The majority of the water will fill here. Then I can mop up the rest, refill this, and then the excess will spread out, and I can mop up that. You know what? We should be retiring all this stuff and sending everything through here. This is the new system, and we've already confirmed it's working. Oh, that's got 10 germs. Oh, that's in the pipe. The reservoir has no germs. Oh no, it still has a few germs in there. %56%. So yeah, that was a huge leap. What time is it? Midday. Food production's fine, breathability's fine. Temperature is a little wild right now. We've got plenty of opportunities to move it around. Huh? So this has gone dormant. This has gone dormant. Comes back in 33 cycles. This one comes back in 8 cycles. So this one's been dormant for a while. Once we, I mean, we're still at 14 tons. We're at 14,070 kilograms. And we're down to 14,034 kilograms since this has gone dormant. So we're definitely producing more natural gas than we're consuming with these two. If we add a third, we're almost certainly consuming more natural gas than we're using, than we're producing. I miss playing this on 32:9 resolution. Like, I'm enjoying the stream. People are watching the stream, or at least they're watching the VOD after it becomes available. Mainly because of the time difference between here and the Western Hemisphere. Crystalberry rotting in here. I'm sure it's fine. All right, we got about another half hour to go. And we haven't really tackled this at all. What I kind of want is a conduit going around the base. Normally I use this central area for that kind of purpose, but I've already got all of this stuff coming through. Cutting those off and rerouting, for this new conduits will be very disruptive. $170,000, 2,000, 100. That sand? No. Okay. We can do that. Clear that. And then deconstruct that. And then I'll bring them down and let them join in the stuff. Do this, they'll be able to get here. We're already harvesting it. Okay. Ruby is at 15 and 10. It's not bad. How does it get processed? Emulsifier. That's how it gets created, but okay, plant pulverizer. Take the sequin leaf and water to produce phyto oil. Okay, so we can deconstruct that. And he can join the rest of his buddies. 57%. I don't know how to speed this up any further than I'm doing now. But maybe it's safe enough for them to come through. We'll see. They won't be able to reach this one, will they? Yeah. They'll be able to build it from here. So I can start deconstructing these. So once these new deodorizers are in place, I'm going to change this to an air tile. So there's no impedance here. And that should mean that there's only oxygen flowing through this lane, out this door, and into this area. Done. Whoa, who's suffocating? Uh-oh. Okay, so you need I had to dig that out. Nope. Get, go, 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 go. Is it going to be enough? Yep. Okay. Sorry about that, Lyra. You're fine. You're fine. Get it filtration. 2Ds. These are fine. Okay. Make that 9. What's up, Stinky? Oh, come on. Remove all this now. Pretty sure we're clear on what we're doing now. All right, dig 8, that. Okay, be safe. All right, we can also wall this off now too. Build that. And finally, oh, I just realized what I did wrong over here. was wondering why that wasn't connected. Not, we didn't have a line there either. Okay. Yeah, we want those all 9s. Actually, let's make the transformer 9 as well. Oh, that's not the transformer. That's the deconstruction of the excess wire. We're not worried about that. Come on. Oh, we can finish up this. I think we'll just put an airlock here. Should allow us to pull this stuff out without exposing this area or the dupes. But I want to make sure that this is there's no automation on the, yeah. What I was going to say was I can have this unlock when this is locked, but the dupes would still have to manually open it, so there is no automation on it. And there's no logic you can put in place that'll say when this is open, this must stay closed. We're coming up on 2 hours here in about 10 minutes. That's our stopping point for the most part. I've already been up for 6 hours at this point. I could use a break before my wife and daughter and I go out for lunch at noon. Shinebug egg. We need sunbugs though. Dartles. Wait, we're not using dartles, we're using squirtles, right? They're squirtles? I don't know. Alright. It still hasn't produced 20. There is something wrong with this thing. Outputs high temperature liquid. Duplicates will not fabricate items unless recipes are queued. Maybe I just need to raise the priority. For the liquid output, temperature over here is still pretty strong, so what we can do let's do a 7. We're running low on copper, so we'll do gold. Whoa. What I think I want to do is this. We'll see how that works. So the liquid bridge can go away. And that should block the pipe and stop the machine. Hopefully they'll get one unit of glass done before that happens. They did. And it's already damaging the pipe. It's that hot. So plus 50 is not enough. Can't use ceramic. There we go. Oh, I forgot to lower the priority of the temp plates. The temp shift plates. Alright, how are things looking down here? You still... I thought I gave you access. I thought I gave you access. What happened? Alright, dig that out. And we should be able to... Okay, that's enough. That'll get us started. There we go. Oh no. We need to disable that. Where's the power coming from? Oh, it's a vent. We need just to cut off the vent. There we go. Actually, overloading the gas, it's not a bad thing. That's more temperature variance that they can handle. You know what? We're going to try it. We're going to leave it connected. Yeah, it's too late. They've already cleared the overlap here. So what was happening was there was a trace of water in this square, which meant that there was no hydrogen in this square. And since then, it saw that the hydrogen was less than 2,000 kilograms or 2,000 grams, it started pushing oxygen into that square, pushing the water, allowing them to clear it faster. So now we're at nearly 3,000 grams per tile in here instead of the normal 2,000 because that hydrogen was getting pushed out by the water. And then once the hydrogen was clear, it would push more hydrogen into the square, displacing the water, joining the hydrogen, and that's how we got above our normal threshold here. Now, if we wanted to go above the threshold, we would just put a high pressure vent here. But that's not what we were wanting to do. We're going to leave this connected. We're going to re-add our metal tile here. And that's going to, theoretically, that's going to cause the same thing to happen. Until we get the water clean and cleared out, there's going to be some water in this square, and that's going to allow hydrogen to get pushed in. Seven's fine. Okay, we're ready to turn this on. We're going to cut off access for now. And immediately 1 million zombie spores per square. Yeah, mostly. So there was 500,000 per square for many of those. Okay, so we're following this. Okay, we should be hitting it already. 57. How do we see the... I forgot where the count was. Oh, I guess it's just here in the... I can't remember what it's called. The overlay. But the number's not changing. It's 57%. Why isn't the number changing? Still 57%. Okay, numbers going up again. Okay, maybe we just haven't gotten to the new volume, to the new pump. But what we're expecting is to see a huge jump in numbers. I just noticed the consumption rate, 10,000 germs per second. So once that 500,000 per segment gets here, that means we're going to be overloading its ability to pull zombie spores. So at that point, what we need to do is verify if the excess zombie spores are remaining in the system, meaning as a reservoir, a reserve that gets pulled over time, or is it going to push the excess zombie spores back out and through this line. So right now there are no spores, no zombie spores in here at all. Yes. Yes. For another... Oh, I'm over. I'm over 5 minutes. No, it's been a light stream today. It's been a light stream. Nobody talking on YouTube. And we have people on Twitch, but they're not talking either.
So the SB 23 and 24 is the same.
No. Okay, well. Okay, you know. So now we are. Okay.
凸起来的。
为什么？
我觉得平的比较好用。我说是和平的比较好用，不晓得这样子。
Oh, she don't like this. She like it just smooth around, not have bang. Bang. And he said this pen, when you push, it's almost same height. It's 90 to 12 out.
Yeah, that's why it's got the access right here. If you try and get from any other side, it's not going to clear very well. It's going to be uncomfortable for if you're using your nails.
This is like a new pen, new phone, but yeah.
But most cases are going to be like that. If you want like a low profile case, we can try and find one here, but it's probably going to be easier to get it from Megwell to get it overseas.
Okay, no, I mean just maybe just like it all like this thick, but just same, you know, not like this bang. Maybe it's all like here and here, like here. And she will be probably fine.
Yeah, I showed her a case like that when we were at the store, and she just didn't seem interested. But maybe she didn't understand what I was trying to show her.
Maybe and sometimes when you're not used, you don't know it's
Mm.
okay or not.
But
Okay.
it's like the case I was using for this before I took it off. Very low profile, but I don't know. I just felt like it didn't really do much as a case. But
It's
yeah,
a low file case too. It's just free for you to particular phone.
yeah. No, this is low profile. If these were smaller, then it'd be low profile. But these are extruded for a reason. That this is meant to be as protected
okay,
as
I will
possible.
call her. Let's see how I would think it's okay because it's
Because it's clear. Yeah.
clear, and you know she will use some sticker. It's
True.
good for her. I'm talking with her.
Okay, just let me know.
What is this reason? Make these the shape.
Yeah. Okay, so we've pulled all of the gas out, or all of the spores out of there. And it's still only 57. So I don't understand. Where are these other spores going? They didn't come out. Did they? No. So now I'm a little confused. There's still spores in here. All right, so we're going to need to get some atmosphere back in here to produce more spores, but I don't know how all those millions of spores that we had just magically got deleted. Or maybe I just misunderstood how those spores are being reported. But I thought there was at least 4.3 million germs down there. And we only got like 500,000. And I don't see anywhere where they could be siphoned out. It's not going to be any sort of radiation. It doesn't even touch it. I don't think radiation has an effect on zombie spores either. But that's not a factor as far as I can see. Gonna cancel there and there. And the reason we're doing that is because if we just focus on this, actually, let's cancel all this. if we just focus on this, that'll draw out the water here enough that it starts pushing some in, and we can get a little bit more pressure. There we go. That didn't do as much as I wanted it to, but it's fine. Oh wait, nope, it's still doing it. Temperature's back down to 28, 30 degrees C. That's good. Still coming out around 70 degrees. But that's fine. That'll all normalize. Used to be a pump here of some kind. Ooh, copper. Not enough though. Glass. We've got 25 kilograms, just the one we built. They haven't made any more, which means they're still working on that liquid line. If we take this, then we don't need to produce any. We can wait until this finishes, which it's not going to if we don't build some sort of structure here to allow them to finish. Okay, so that was my bad. Yeah, we can get to that sleet wheat as well. All right, but I think that's where we're going to end it. This is almost completely cleared out. Like I said, I think we're in a pretty good position. To go ahead and open this area and start purifying this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's got like a nice buffer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. What are you doing there? How'd you get there? Oh, we're still focused on shine bugs or sun bugs, but not really getting too many of them. And really the only reason we want them is because their eggs are necessary for the serum vial. We have one available now, but we don't want to use it if we don't need to. We should have a serum vial available. Oh, but we don't. Oh, maybe it doesn't go in the... Oh, it's under medical supplies. Yeah, medicine, but not medical supplies. Okay, so it doesn't need refrigeration. Okay, good to know. Looks like all of our medical supplies have been consumed already. Okay. We're definitely going to stop there. What we're probably going to do, actually, we've got the overhead for it now. As we're just going to kick in a gas pump here. We're going to tie it to the same automation system. Oh, no, we can't do it like that. Deconstruct that tile. This is still cut off. Yep. All right, so once they have this tile deconstructed, they'll be able to build here. Get everything situated there. That's a mango?
Mango.
This is the biggest mango I've ever seen.
Giant.
Yeah. Probably need to eat it soon, huh? All right, but we'll finish this up in the next episode. Start getting some sort of vacuum pushed back in here, vacuum atmosphere pushed back in here. Same for up here. We need to kind of offset what we've pulled out of here. 0. Like there's only a handful of germs out here anymore. So what we're going to do is go ahead and kill these. And then we'll just open this back up. Oh, we need to go ahead and open this. Everything, yeah, everything's purified and clean. Oh, this thing is still awaiting delivery. Let's get that loaded. This one's already loaded, so it's operational, and that'll be fine. We're not gonna delete these, we're just gonna open them. And we're gonna open this as well. Now eventually this one will get deleted. Actually, eventually all of these will be deleted, but this one much sooner than these two will. Why does it say cool? Oh, it still says it's unreachable. Wasn't counting on that being unreachable. I think. Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, I'm really curious why. So what we can do instead. So they're able to build the pipe, but they're not able to build the vent. What about a tile? I should probably have a second transformer coming off of this, since this is producing 2,000 watts. Yeah, I think that'd be healthy. We're at 53 tons, so we're still going up. That very much depends on how well we can maintain our farms. I mean, we've got an excess here with that. We're not even harvesting as quickly as we could. So yeah. So that'll be the last thing we do. We're going to set a build order for a second power transformer. We will feed it from here, which means we'll want to put in some more air tiles, and then output it like that. Okay. Like I said, that's where we're going to end it. There's no systemic failures of power anywhere now. Not that I can see. We still have temperature issues down here. Yeah, these are still colder than they were when we started. We're hovering around minus 30. We got down to minus 29, but they're back up to minus 34. So we still have temperature issues out here. And even as far as down here, this is not good. I got those fixed now. Okay. Oh, this is ready to go. All right, let's just build one and see. Let's see if it's still going to melt the steel pipe that we got running out. I was really hoping somebody would come quickly. Here he is. Well, he's just going to load it. And then collect the copper. Looks like Lyra's coming. And she's gone. She's just getting warm. Come on. Oh, come on. It's just at the end of her shift. I don't want to raise the priority any higher. What's the temperature in here? 53, 40, 35. So this is the refinery temperature. Okay. Damn. I don't know what else to do. It looks like we have to keep this in like a super chilled room. Anyway, we saw what we wanted to see here. It's still not safe. The excess fluid, I don't even think the fluid makes it into the pipe, to be honest. I think it escapes almost instantly. So we need to operate this in like a super cold room. Maybe we can super cool the sand as well before we put it in the machine. I don't think that would be helpful. I don't think that would be useful. But at the same time, I don't know if they would account for that with their mechanics for this. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta take a break. But yeah. And the next one we will, let's see. We will work on this outlet so that it's not so easily backed up anymore. What we're probably going to do is build 2 reservoirs, one for oxygen, one for carbon dioxide. Getting ready for the next rocket pad. And then we'll feed everything into that from here, so that'll clean up all of this and allow us to ensure that we always have room for excess. I mean, we were supposed to be doing that already. But it's the oxygen. Yeah, it's the oxygen that's causing the backlog that we see here. Okay, but we can clear that up in the next episode. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and or follow whichever platform you see us on. And yeah, until next time, you guys be safe.